welcome into Creekside High School as we're getting set for a great matchup between the Nease Panthers and the Creekside Knights. In the midst of March Madness, this is what you'd call a trap game, one where you could see someone upsetting the other team. Creekside on a roll. They've won 11 straight games, now 12-1 on the season. New Max Preps ranking just came out yesterday with Creekside at 14th in the state. But this Nease team they face today, only at 7-6. They are a really good team. Quick, scrappy. This is a danger game, and I think these Knights know it as well. Nease is a real good team, and they got their ace on the mound in Jake Larson. Should create a really tough matchup for this Creekside team today. Taking a look at Larson on the season, he's pitched just twice. They seem to have been saving him as of late for this game. He was the ace on this team last year. Larson had a 1.48 ERA in 66 innings pitched last year for Nease. This year he's pitched just twice, 11 innings. He's got an ERA at 1.91 with 10 strikeouts to 1 walk. Creekside, they're putting their trust in Logan Dupre, the senior, getting the start for Creekside. He's had a really good stretch of games as of late. His last start against Spruce Creek, he went 6 1/3, got the win, striking out 6 while walking just 1. He did have issues hitting batters, though. He hit 4 batters that game, mostly on inside fastballs against righties. He left 8 on base, however, was able to pitch out of some very tough situations, allowing just 2 runs in the end. He's got a tough matchup today against Nease. Can Creekside get their 12th straight win and head into their games next week with Bartram Trail at 13-1? We shall soon find out when we return here on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Welcome back here to Creekside High School Freedom Fields. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups from each side and the national anthem.
And now the starting lineup for the Panthers. Leading off and pitching tonight, number 5, Jake Larson. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Connor Lewis. Batting third, the shortstop, number 14, John Gerosa. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 15, Grady Banton. Batting fifth in center field, number 17, Jackson Garnecki. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 16, Matthew Rocco. Batting seventh in left field tonight, number 6, Hayden Eckert. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 10, Ryder Janik. And batting ninth, number 8, Alex Davis. Assistant coaches for the Panthers are Brandon Lee, James Puckett, and Brennan Hogan. And the head coach for Nease, Mr. Jason Hatcher. Now let's meet the non-starters for your Creekside Knights. Number 4, Drew Hurst. Number 6, Michael Bishop. Number 7, Porter Blanzett. Number 8, Connor Cronin. Number 9, Jackson Palmer. Number 12, DJ Corey. Number 14, Jackson Kane. Number 15, Roman Baselli. Number 17, Jackson Harding. Number 18, Hunter Zimmerman. Number 21, Nick Romeo. Number 22, Matthew Bishop. And number 23, Adam Harvey. And now let's meet the defensive starters for your Creekside Knights. In left field, number 1, Ezra Shields. In center field, number 10, Andrew Kelly. In right field, number 16, Alex Calabro. At third base, number 3, Will Busey. At shortstop, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder. At second base, number 5, Ty Martineau. At first base, number 24, Elias Hicks. the designated hitter number 19, Carson McFarland. Catching tonight, number 13, Gavin Strump. And taking the mound for your Creekside Knights, number 2, Logan Dupre. Assistant coaches, Robbie McCluskey, Darren Lester, Chris Angelo, Taylor Westbrook, and the head coach for Creekside, Mr. Chris King. Ladies and gentlemen, we now direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time for baseball here on Schlick Sports. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the broadcast booth where we are getting set for a good one between Creekside and the Nease Panthers. Hello, everyone. I'm Noah Schlicks. I bring you today's action. Time now to take a look at the starting lineup for these two teams. First on the field for the Creekside Knights. In the outfield, Ezra Shields in left, Andrew Kelly in center, Alex Calabro in right for Creekside. On the infield, Will Busey at third base, Sean Aschenfelder over at short, Ty Martineau at second base today with Elias Hicks at first. Gavin Strump getting the start behind the plate with Logan Dupre out on the mound. Taking a look at the lineup, he'll be facing the Panthers, leading off with their pitcher, Jake Larson. Connor Lewis will be batting second, followed by John Garosa and Grady Benton. Jackson Garnecki is batting fifth with Matthew Rocco batting sixth. 7-8-9 is Hayden Eckhart, Ryer Janik, and Alex Davis. Taking a look at the numbers on Logan on the mound this year, Dupre was off to a bit of a slow start this season, as I feel like a few guys on this Knights team were. There's been some guys who started off slow and have gotten real hot, some guys who started off real hot who've slowed down. There have been some guys who've had continued success throughout the season, but his last three appearances, Logan Dupre has looked really good on the mound. His numbers on the season in 3 starts, he's got 5 appearances, pitched 14 innings to the tune of a 2-1 record, at ERA at 4.50, 15 strikeouts to 7 walks for the Pensacola State College commit this season. His last start against Spruce Creek, he was fantastic. Went 6 in the third, allowing just 2 runs, striking out 6 and getting the win. We'll see if he can have that kind of success today against Nease, a team that comes in at 7-6. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 after winning 5 straight games, but they beat some tough teams this season, including Bartram Trail, Mandarin, and St. Joseph Academy. Faced some tough competition as of late, some teams from Oklahoma and Tennessee in a spring break tournament. Lost 1-0 to Providence on Tuesday. Now get the chance to face off with Creekside at Freedom Field. First pitch, we are underway as Logan Dupre misses low and away. Temperature at first pitch, 82 degrees, wind blowing in from center field at 7 miles an hour. As Jake Larson takes a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Larson, senior, batted .333 last year while striking out 62 and 66 innings with a 1.48 ERA on the mound. As he swings at strike 2, so your definition of a two-way player out there. He'll be getting the start tonight for Nease. We'll learn more about him later on. As he awaits the 1-2 offering from Dupre. Curveball just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Dupre, when he's on, he's on. He is a really talented pitcher out on the mound. Got nasty stuff. Lively fastball as he blows one by Jake Larson for out number 1. Connor Lewis will come up to the plate. But you take a look at Logan.
Panthers, second baseman number 4, Connor Lewis.
He's got a real good fastball that gets up to the low 90s, hits high 80s to about 90 miles an hour is where it'll top out. Dupre's got a nasty curveball, good movement on all of his pitches. He fires a off speed out of the zone, 1-0. Face the challenge in this Nease lineup today as Lewis takes one up and in. Lewis, a sophomore, batting second in the lineup today for the Panthers. Takes a strike, didn't exactly like the call there. It was Lewis at the plate, but he steps back in, 2 balls and a strike on him. Full windup and the pitch in for strike 2. Dupre's got a little bit of a Clayton Kershaw leg kick in his windup, full windup and kind of multiple movements with that leg. Kicks it out, comes back in. There's a ground ball over to Ty Martineau. Dives, got it, spins around, makes the play. Nice play by Ty Martineau for out number 2.
Now with 2 down.
Now John Garosa to the plate.
14, John Garosa.
Martineau there was moving to his left. He bats left but throws with his right. Stuck the glove out there, moving to the glove side, and on the dirt, spun around, fired a good throw over to first, got out number 2. As Gerosa walks up, a freshman, batting in the top 3 spots of the lineup. The lineup that is coming off of a shutout against Providence, only able to put up 3 the game before. Kind of had an up and down season at the plate, but when they're on, they're really good. They can put up a big number on you. Beat Norman North 8-7 in their last tournament. Beat Bartram 7-6. So here comes the 0-2. That's high for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 gone in the top of the first. Curveball over the head of Gerosa. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Logan Dupre looking to set him down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Pitch inside. Full count. One area that Dupre struggles with at times and will come back to bite him is getting a little wild with his pitches, as there's a one back up the middle into center field for a base hit. So on 3-2, John Gerosa gets on base with a single.
Now
2
batting
out
for
not,
Nease,
Grady
the
Banton
third
to the
baseman,
plate.
number 15, Grady Banton.
Getting back to Dupre after the single. Walks had been an issue for him, but he only walked 1 in his last game. Did hit 4 batters, however, so just controlling some of his pitches, keep him in the zone. He's a really good pitcher out on the mound, though. Got a save against Bulls on Tuesday. With 2 gone and runner on first, he fires a strike to Grady Banton. Banton, the senior on this Nease squad. Sends a line drive up the middle, back-to-back base hits here. Got runners on first and second now for the Nease Panthers. And in the heart of the order, this could be trouble in the first inning. Jackson Garnecki to the plate.
Next up for Nease, the center fielder number 17, Jason Garnecki.
Garnecki, a sophomore on this team. A lot of underclassmen in this top of the order for the Nease Panthers. Connor Lewis, 2-hole hitter, a sophomore. Jarosa, a freshman. Banton, a senior, now another sophomore batting 5th. Larson, a senior, leading things off. A lot of young talent on this team. There's a pitch inside. 2-0. Nease was a team I think a lot of people heading into the season expected to take a step back from where they were last year. It was a really good team last year. Lost their star catcher, however, their head coach. 3-0 now. Went 16-9 last year. Beat Creekside 3-1. The 3-0 pitch. Called ball 4. Dupre wanted the call on the fastball, didn't get it. How about this for a 2-out rally? Base is now loaded for the Nease Panthers after the first 2 men went down on a strikeout and a ground out. Matthew Rocco to the plate. He's a senior for this Nease team. Getting the start at first base for the Panthers today.
Now batting for the Panthers, the first baseman, number 16, Matthew Rocco.
In the limited stats available from this season, they've got stats through about 9 games on Max Preps. Rocco batting .222. These are not the official stats, as that's missing a few games. Right here, he skies one to right center where Alex Calabro makes the catch for out number 3. So Logan Dupre gets outs on the first 2 men he sees, then loads the bases. Panthers can't do anything with it. Heading into the bottom of the first, Creekside gets their first chance coming up next.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their new location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall on 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Bottom of the first inning here, Creekside escapes the bases loaded jam in the first. Now it's their turn at the plate. They got a tough matchup, and Jake Larson out on the mound. Let's take a look at the field. Behind him, Hayden Eckhardt out in left, Jackson Garnecki in center, Alex Davis out in right for the Panthers, Matthew Rocco at first. Across the infield from him is Grady Banton at third, John Jarosa and Connor Lewis in the middle infield with Ryder Janik behind the plate. Jake Larson, of course, on the mound, and he'll face a Creekside lineup that after senior night looks back to the way it normally does. We got Andrew Kelly leading things off, followed by Ty Martineau and Sean Aschenfelder. Carson McFarland, the DH, moving up to the cleanup spot after batting 5th most of the season. He switches spots with Elias Hicks, who's normally the cleanup hitter on the squad. Will Busey batting 6th, followed by Ezra Shields, Gavin Strump, and Alex Calabro. Look out for Ezra Shields in this game. He's coming off of a real good game on senior night against Episcopal, the game in which Shields went 3 for 4 at a triple and 2 singles, driving in 2 runs. We'll call it a walk-off single at the end. Creekside Mercy ruled Episcopal in the 6th inning, and there's an RBI from Shields, gapper in the right center, that ended up sealing the deal. As Andrew Kelly leads things off for Creekside. Fouls one away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. Andrew batting .216, getting on base at the .275 mark. Got real good speed. Exactly the type of player you want in a leadoff hitter. And line drive back up the middle. Base hit. Ando's been hot at the plate lately. He continues that hot streak with the leadoff single. Ty Martineau to the plate now.
Next up for your Knights, tonight's second baseman, number 5, Ty Martineau.
Heading into the week, Kelly was searching for his first hit in a little while. Against Bulls, he went 1 for 2. had a single sack bunt, reached on an error, and yesterday against Episcopal, reached base in 3 of his 4 plate appearances, scoring each time he did so. He had 2 singles in that game as well. This time Martineau to the plate. Junior got a little time off yesterday. Normally the everyday second baseman for Creekside had been struggling as of late. You never know, maybe it gives him a bit of a jump start. So runner Kelly goes, throw down to second, not in time. Kelly swipes his 5th base of the season, gets into scoring position. 1-1 on Ty Martineau. Though his average is low at 182, Ty's still getting on base at a high mark. 326 on base percentage this season. Really good approach at the plate from him. He's got a runner in scoring position with nobody gone here in the first. Larson wanted to try and pick off Kelly. Didn't have anyone there at second base to receive the throw. Corners are in for Nease, expecting a bunt from Ty Martineau. He does exactly that. It's back to the pitcher. Larson barehands it, throws to first, gets Martineau for out number 1. Wasn't the best bunt. Probably if the third baseman, Banton, was near the bag, they might have had a chance at Kelly.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights, your shortstop,
But he
number
gets
20,
the job done in the end.
Sean Aschenfelder.
Sean Aschenfelder to the plate with 1 gone and a runner on third base. Aschenfelder this season batting at a high mark, 389. Getting on base at the 455 mark. He had his good time, he said, actually on the bench yesterday. He said he wouldn't want to do it again, though. Aschenfelder, not only a D1 recruit for football, he's quite the star on the baseball diamond as well. Perfect game All-American and into last year, and he drives in a run. RBI single to left field for Sean Aschenfelder, and Creekside jumps out to early 1-0 lead.
Next up for the Creekside Knights, tonight's designated hitter, number 19, Carson McFarland.
Not only does Aschenfelder hit, but he can run on the base paths as well. After driving in Kelly there, Creekside with a 1-0 advantage with 1 gone in the bottom of the first. Aschenfelder, look out for him on first base. He's already swiped 15 bases this season. That's in 13 games, 12 of which he's played. Got a good lead, goes on the pickoff move, however, on his way to second. He's there in time. A lot of momentum going in the second base bag, however. Want to be sure he's all right out there. I think he slid in a little late. Hands first at that. Looks to be all right, though. He's in with a stolen base. He went before Larson threw over. Larson fires to McFarland's, fell back for a strike. But he was trying to make a pickoff move over to first. And as soon as that foot came up, Aschenfelder was off. Larson still threw over to the first base bag. And in the end, Sean ends up with his 16th stolen base of the season. As McFarland takes a close one there for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, and 1 in. Creekside with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Looking to extend it. The runner on second, Carson McFarland, swings at strike 2. McFarland had driven on a run in each of his last 5 games heading into the week. Was unable to extend that streak Tuesday at Bulls. Got 9 RBIs this season.
Oh, man.
Gets hit by a pitch there. He had one plate appearance yesterday, pinch hit for Creekside in the 6th inning.
Stepping to the plate for the Knights.
And I mentioned there,
First baseman, number 24.
he had been hit by a pitch in each of his first 3 games this year, then went quite a few without getting hit again. Gets hit last night, and then again today in his first plate appearance. And the streak is back on. Painful one at that. As Hicks skies one foul down the third base line, fighting the sun, making the catch is Grady Banton for out number 2. And that's one battle that's always going to stand out at Creekside, is that, especially if you're on that left side of the field, left fielder, third baseman, shortstop, you get a fly ball in the sun comes down past the first base line, you're looking straight into it, and then the stadium lights can be a problem for the outfielders as well as you get later into the game, at least from what I've heard. So 2 on and 2 away. Will Busey takes a strike. Creekside with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. They got runners on first and second with 2 away. Will had quite the day yesterday, 0 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Tried to lay down a surprise bunt there. Fouled it off, however. It's 0-2. When was the last time you saw a stat line like that, though? 0 for 4, 3 RBIs, all of which were on ground outs. He'll take it. Oh, 2 to Will Busey. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jake Larson limits the damage. Only gives up 1 in the first. But Creekside, they're fine with it. They got a 1-0 lead heading to the second here on Schlick Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the help of...
For all your mortgage needs, contact Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, 10-time buyer, need down payment assistance, or are looking to invest in real estate, give Troy a call at 904-217-9489. Bank of England Mortgage is the top mortgage lender here in Northeast Florida that can help you with your home purchase or refinance needs. FHA, VA, conventional, and jumbo loans are just a few of the things Troy Silhan and Bank of England Mortgage can help you with. Give Troy a call today, 904-217-9489. Bank of England Mortgage. It's more than loans, it's people. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. They are one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies with access to over 50 carriers. They can insure your home, auto, boat, RV, motorcycle, jewelry, and small business. They also do flood insurance, life insurance, and much more. Let Brandon and his team shop the market to find you the best policy for the best price. If your current agent or 1-800 number aren't giving you the service you need, call Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text at 904-297-7970 or email brandon.baselli@brightway.com, or just come up to him at any Creekside baseball game. Let Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, be the home of all your property.
Top of the second inning at Creekside High School as Logan Dupre fires in a strike to Hayden Eckert. Knights got a 1-0 lead after the first inning. Logan Dupre did a nice job pitching out of a tough 2-out jam in the first. After back-to-back singles and a walk, Nease was able to load the bases. Dupre in his last start left 8 runners on base, or forced Spruce Creek to do so. As Ashenfelder calls for the pop-up on the infield. Takes it in for out number 1.
Brings up the catcher. Number 10, Ryder
Janik to the plate. And Chris King, after that one, of course, cool with the out, but he was yelling out to Ashenfelder, get that glove up sooner. He stuck it up at the last second. for that out. There's a line drive right back to Sean at short. 2 up, 2 down. In the top of the second inning, Alex Davis will walk up to the plate. Another freshman in this lineup. Davis with 2 gone, trying to get another 2-out rally started. How about that from Ashenfelder after the pop-up to start the inning? 1 pitch later, hard line drive to his right. Brings it in for out number 2, and now a strike on Alex Davis. Dupre in a full windup. Looking for a quick 1-2-3. Curveball, it's called a ball. It's now 1-1. Grounded on the infield, charging it is Martineau. Gloves, throws to first in time. 1-2-3 inning for Logan Dupre. Not a bad way to respond after allowing a few base runners in the first. Getting into a bit of a groove here. Creekside leads 1-0 heading to the bottom of the second on Schlick Sports.
Flashes and Brilliance is St. Augustine's most trusted gold buying company. Been in business for over 15 years, they buy gold, silver, rare coins, fine watches, and more. It's no secret, people need cash right now. If you had old treasure, random antique coins, just taking up space, you might not have any idea how much it's worth, or where to begin. They are mobile and come to the client. The easy answer is to make an appointment with Steph and John Robinson. Hands down the best way to get cash for what you want. Reach out to the team at Flashes and Brilliance on Facebook or call them at 904-540-7617. Book your complimentary appointment today. It's easy, it's safe, and it will get you the best rate for your items. This broadcast is sponsored in part by ESPN 690, home for FSU football and basketball, as well as Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Catch Brent and Friends weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and overtime with Kurtz and Middleton, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on ESPN 690, ESPN690.com, and ESPN 690 on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Left fielder number 1.
Bottom of the second inning here on Schlick Sports. Ezra Shields to the plate for the Creekside Knights, and he had quite the game yesterday, 3 for 4. And he gets started off with a base hit today. Ezra Shields, he's hot. 1 pitch, base hit. Lead off the bottom of the second. Now Gavin Strump to the plate.
Now batting for the Knights, the catcher, number 13, Gavin Strump.
Yeah, wouldn't let me finish reading his stat line there. Had 3 hits yesterday. Struck out on a full count. He had 2 singles and a triple. Scored twice. Drove in 2 runs. Ezra Shields highlighted him back in pregame. He's got the bat rolling, getting on base. The 467 mark, too. And this Nease team knows he's a big-time threat to steal. Swiped 6 bases this season. Got a lot of speed over on first base. Gavin Strump at the plate for Creekside. Shows bunt and pulls back. Check throw to first. Not in time. Strump had started every game this season at catcher until last night. Hunter Zimmerman got the start in place. He's been good at the plate for this Creekside team as well as behind it. 259 batting average. Driven in 7 runs near top of the team in that category. Real clutch hitter if you can get Shields into scoring position. Gavin Strump, real good in those situations. 1-0, he shows bunt, pulls back and takes ball 2. Looks to be pretty set on a sacrifice bunt here, however. They haven't put Shields in motion yet. As Larson comes set. That one's fouled away. Jake Larson on the mound, committed to Lander to play baseball. Had an incredible junior year, struck out 62 in 66 innings of work. With a 1.48 ERA on the mound, also batted .333 at the plate. Headliner on this Nease pitching staff. He's a lefty at that. Big one. Gets a fastball past Strum. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, nobody out. In the bottom of the second, Creekside with a 1-0 lead. Shields got a good lead over at first. He runs. It's a ground ball, scooped up by Larson, throws to first. Great job at first base by Matthew Rocco. Stretching all the way out, full extension, kept a foot on the bag for out number 1.
Brings up your right fielder, number 16, Alex Calabro.
It's now 1 out, and a runner on second, Alex Calabro to the plate. Calabro this season comes in batting .222, driven in 4 runs for Creekside. Got jammed on that one. He fouls it over the backstop, out of play for strike 1. Larson out on the mound. He also plays basketball, 2-sport star. Was a key factor in Nease's win against Creekside this past winter in January. Scored 20 against the Knights. Had a few steals as well. There's a few 2-sport stars on this team. As Calabro takes the ball. One pitch, Calabro shows bunt, gets it down the third base line. Larson throws to first, down the right field line. That will score Shields. Calabro looks to be heading for third. The throw not even to the infield yet. He's in standing on the air from Jake Larson. Creekside takes a 2-0 lead.
Back to the top of the order for your Knights. Center fielder number 10, Andrew Kelly.
Big time right there from Alex Calabro. There's a good bunt down the third base line. Larson had to rush the throw. Went down the first base line into right field, into the Creekside bullpen. Davis had to take a long run to get to that one. Shields scored easily from second. Calabro standing on third now with 1 away. Top of the order now up for Creekside. Andrew Kelly to the plate. Singled and scored the first run of the game in the first. I got a 2-1 count. Runner on third with 1 out in the inning. Corners in for this Nease team. A little bit of an interesting tactic there. You got only the corners and the middle infielders back. You got nobody to worry about on first or second base. As Kelly swings at strike 3. Larson able to get out number 2. Ty Martineau to the plate. Had a sack bunt his first time up.
Two-way. That brings to the plate the second baseman, number 5.
With
Ty
2 gone,
Martineau.
Creekside with a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. And Ty Martineau Got another run standing on third base with 2 gone in the inning. Corner still in for the Panthers as Martineau takes a ball. Pitch number 34 coming up for Jake Larson. That's low for ball 2. Larson taking his time, getting back on the bump. As Martineau slaps that one back up the middle. Base hit! That will score another for Creekside. Martineau on first safely. 3-0. Knights in the bottom of the second. They're getting to Jake Larson early on. Knights have already scored more runs, the same amount of runs on him in 2 innings as he's allowed earned this year.
Sean Aschenfelder.
Knights bats are alive and well today. They lead 3-0 in the bottom of the second with 2 gone. Sean Aschenfelder to the plate. He drove in a run in the first. See if the Knights can move Martineau into scoring position for him. Swings at the first pitch. That's foul down the right field line over the fence. Aschenfelder got 7 RBIs on the season now. Looking at Martineau on first base. Swiped 3 bags this year. Seems to have added some speed over the offseason. Doesn't go on the 0-1. That one in the left center field gap. Martineau's heading for third. Aschenfelder on his way to second. Throw hits the cutoff man. Each of them in safely at second and third. 2-out double from Sean Aschenfelder. Carson McFarland to the plate now. McFarland was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Next up for the Creekside Knights. Designated hitter
On a
number
1-2
19,
count, too.
Carson McFarland.
McFarland leads the team in RBIs this year with 9. Creekside already up 3-0. They got 2 in scoring position. McFarland came into the day getting on base at the 514 mark, hitting 400. Been one of the best hitters in the state so far this season. It's after taking a called strike. Waits the second pitch of the at-bat. And he sends that one right where Aschenfelder put in, left center field. Both runners will score. 5-0 Creekside. Carson McFarland with the 2-run single. Knights piling on early over the Nease Panthers. And this is a really impressive showing against a good Nease team. Knights have scored more runs on Jake Larson than he'd given up in his previous 2 appearances combined. That was against Stanton and Bartram Trail that he pitched. Oh, 1 to Elias Hicks outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. McFarland on first. Elias popped out an inning ago. McFarland running. Pitch a strike. Throw to second. Not in time. 5th stolen base of the season for Carson McFarland. He finds himself in scoring position on a close play over at second base. Took a hop on the shortstop, Jarosa. Didn't quite get the tag down in time. Hicks sends the next pitch over to second base. And the play is made by Connor Lewis for out number 3, but not before the Knights put up 4 in the bottom of the second. Knights on a roll here early on against the Panthers. Nease need a response when we return on Schlick Sports.
Flashes and Brilliance is St. Augustine's most trusted gold buying company. Been in business for over 15 years, they buy gold, silver, rare coins, fine watches, and more. It's no secret, people need cash right now. If you had old treasure, random antique coins, just taking up space, you might not have any idea how much it's worth, or where to begin. They are mobile and come to the client. The easy answer is to make an appointment with Steph and John Robinson. Hands down the best way to get cash for what you want. Reach out to the team at Flashes and Brilliance on Facebook or call them at 904-540-7617. Book your complimentary appointment today. It's easy, it's safe, and it will get you the best rate for your items. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Top of the third inning, Creekside in control, 5-0 lead over the Nease Panthers. Top of the order due up in the top of the third for Nease as they need to get something going down early with their ace on the mound, who's been hit around by this Creekside team. Already well into half of their orders, already gotten 2 plate appearances. They've done damage with it too. Sean Ashenfelder stood out with the RBI single in the first, a double in the second. Ty Martineau sack bunt in the first, got a RBI single in the second. Carson McFarland with the big 2-run single as well that inning. Knights put up 4 in the bottom of the second. So now Jake Larson looking to help himself out. Just a tiny little bit, get on base. Got a 3-1 count. See if he's swinging. It's a fastball that misses for ball 4. Leadoff man on.
That'll bring up your
Connor
second
Lewis
baseman,
to the
number
plate.
4, Connor Lewis.
Lewis, the sophomore, grounded out to second his first time up. Martineau made a great play on that.
Gil Fritz.
Gil Fritz will pinch run for Jake Larson. If you wonder if they're already pulling him on the mound. Speed up for the pitcher is the answer. There's so many substitution rules in high school sports. It's crazy to me. Pitch was inside on Lewis there. 1-0. Gil Fritz over on first. Lewis again shows bunt. It's called a ball. 2-0. And Darren Lester out to the mound now to talk to Logan Dupre. Roman Baselli heads out to the pen to start getting warm. Lewis in his first at-bat almost had a base hit. It was a good, well-hit ball. In the 4-3 gap. Almost into right field, but Martineau made a really nice diving play on it. We'll see if Lewis can get one through the infield here and get the runner into scoring position. Or if they have him bunting again right here. 2 balls, no strikes. He shows bunt, pulls back, Strump throws to first. Not there in time. It was called ball 3. I think he called that one up. So 3 balls, no strikes. Lewis shows bunt, pulls back and takes a strike. Lewis showed bunt, pulled back, swung the bat, backhanded by Ashenfelder. He flips to second to get the force. 1 out on the play. Lewis reaches on the fielder's choice. John Gerosa will come up to the plate.
That brings up the shortstop,
Nice
number 14,
backhanded play
John Gerosa.
from Sean Ashenfelder there. He was working towards the second base bag, came back on it, made the play for out number 1. If you're just tuning in, Creekside got a 5-0 lead in the top of the 3rd over the Nease Panthers. Dupre just misses on the curveball to Gerosa. Logan, the son of Pete Dupre. Curveball in for a strike. Lewis will take second on the play. Pete was a pitcher in professional ball, got up to Double-A in multiple organizations, Cubs, Yankees, or no, the Mets. Let's throw to first in time for out number 2. Actually, I really wish they'd tell me this stuff. Like, I've had some real good notes.
Third baseman, number 15, Grady Banton.
So last year, North Marion, Logan got the start, and his father pitched there in high school. I didn't learn until like halfway through the game. And then last week in Daytona, Logan got another start. Pete pitched there professionally. And I was like, I really wish I knew this stuff. But it's really great stories and a good connection between those two. So that one fouled away for a strike. But actually ran into the team at Jimmy John's. Actually ran into the Dupre's at Jimmy John's after the game that Logan pitched in Daytona. Or no, it was Jersey Mike's. Better than Jimmy John's anyway. I'm sorry. It's 0-2 to Grady Banton. But I asked Pete about it afterwards. He was like, oh yeah, I pitched there and got into some of the stories. And I'm a big-time Cubs fan. So I love hearing some of this stuff. He pitched with Carlos Zambrano. Albert Pujols hit a grand slam off of him. That's a story you can tell the grandkids one day. So that one skied out to center. Kelly makes the catch for out number 3. And in the bottom half of the inning, Creekside with a 5-0 lead over Nease on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. This broadcast is sponsored in part by ESPN 690, home for FSU football and basketball, as well as Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Catch Brent and Friends weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and overtime with Kurtz and Middleton, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on ESPN 690, ESPN690.com, and ESPN 690 on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here. Creekside and Nease. DJ Corey pinch hitting for Will Busey, leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning. DJ been on a roll this season in limited action now. Over 10 plate appearances. He's batting .417, .500 on base percentage. She scored 8 times this year. Out on the base paths, DJ got a real powerful swing in the batter's box and puts a good hack on that one out to center field. Garnecki in pursuit. Right center makes the catch for out number 1. Ezra Shields up to the plate now.
Now with one away, that brings up your left fielder, number 1, Ezra Shields.
Shields singled back in the second inning. Scored a run there. Shields has been fantastic these last couple games. 4 for 5. In his last 5 at-bats. Takes a strike here. Another line drive back up the middle, off the glove of Larson. He fields throw to first, just in time. What a play by Jake Larson, worthy of a voice crack from the announcer. That was a hard hit ball. Back to the mound, just right to the glove of Larson. He shrugs afterwards, looking at the dugout. I'll take it. Ezra Shields got robbed of another single up the middle there. Nice play with the glove, Jake Larson. Flashing the leather for out number 2. And after struggling a little bit through the first 2 innings, he set down the first 2 men in order in the bottom of the 3rd. Good reaction there on the mound. That's a good play. 0-2 on Gavin Strump. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Takes a pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on him now. Creekside leads 5-0. Bottom of the 3rd. Enter the game at 12-1 this season. Strump takes a ball inside. Been busy these last couple weeks. Won the 42 Classic in Daytona Beach last week. It's a stacked tournament. Creekside ended out on top over teams like Bartram Trail, Vieira. They beat Sandalwood in the championship. Spruce Creek was in there. Windermere. Some really tough high school baseball teams. And this week, knocking off Bowles and Mercy ruling Episcopal as a diving catch in right field is made by Alex Davis. What a play in right field to end the inning. That's how you respond on the mound. After getting roughed up in the first 2 innings, Jake Larson sets Creekside down in order in the 3rd. Heading into the 4th, our score, Creekside 5, Nease nothing.
For all your mortgage needs, contact Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, 10-time buyer, need down payment assistance, or are looking to invest in real estate, give Troy a call at 904-217-9489. Bank of England Mortgage is the top mortgage lender here in Northeast Florida that can help you with your home purchase or refinance needs. FHA, VA, conventional, and jumbo loans are just a few of the things Troy Silhan and Bank of England Mortgage can help you with. Give Troy a call today, 904-217-9489. Bank of England Mortgage. It's more than loans, it's people. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their new location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall on 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Top of the 4th inning, Jackson Garnecki coming up to the plate for Nease as Creekside leads 5-0 over the Panthers here at Freedom Field in St. John's, Florida. Creekside enjoying a nice little advantage over the Nease Panthers. Knights have been on a roll lately. Came into this one at 12-1 on the season as Garnecki takes a pitch inside. In the latest Max Prep ranking, Creekside started the season, I believe, in the 200s, if I'm not mistaken. Jumped up to like the 100s, something like that. They might have started in the 100s. But anyways, they jumped up to 48. And in the latest ranking this week, the Knights now 14 in the state of Florida, third in 7A. I believe Strump took a foul ball off himself right there. The count's 1-1. Creekside ranked ahead of Calvary Christian in the latest Florida rankings, and they've deserved it. They've earned this ranking on an 11-game win streak. They've had to beat some tough teams as well during that. Nease would be one of them. That one tapper out in front of the plate. Barehanded by Strump. Throw to first. In time for out number 1. Matthew Rocco to the plate for the Nease Panthers. But for quite a while now, I believe it's 8 games, we've been following this win streak and the milestones we've hit. The big milestone today is Creekside now tied for their third longest winning streak in school history of 11. And I was going back, I was getting the official numbers as the umpire has to step out for Strump. He's stretching his leg out. Took a foul ball off the leg earlier, and still bugging him a bit out there. So it looks like they're going to leave him out here. All good. Some chuckles being shared about the incident down there. Saw the umpire laugh, King laugh, Strump laugh. Then he walks over to the dugout, coaches laugh, players laugh. Sounds like it got him in a sensitive area. You can figure out the rest for yourself. So with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. There's a pitch low, 2 balls and a strike on Matthew Rocco. Creekside with a 5-0 advantage over Nease. Anyways, before we were talking about the winning streak. There's a 2-1 pitch in for a strike, 2-2. But the Knights had some real long winning streaks to open up the season between 2012 and 2015. We'll start in 2012. As that one swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 gone here in the 4th. But Creekside won their first 15 games in 2012. To start the season, open up the season 15-0. 2013, they win their first 9. 2014, they win 17. That is the record winning streak to date in Creekside school history. Won their first 11 games of 2015. That one a little too far inside. Hit Hayden Eckhart. With 2 gone, he'll take first. Ryder Janik to the plate.
The catcher, number 10, Ryder Janik.
And keep in mind, these are all the first games of the season. So between 2012 and 2015, they open up their seasons winning 9 or more in a row. 9, 11, 15, and 17. This year, Creekside won their opener, lost to Hillgrove in their second game, a team out of Atlanta. But since they've won 11 straight and now sit alone with a win today as the third longest win streak in school history. And they got some challenges coming up if they want to extend this and reach those higher margins. They've already beat some challenges in Vieira, Sandalwood, as there's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike on Janik. And I hope I'm not boring you, listeners, with all the win streak talk, but I genuinely find it interesting, which is why I'm talking about it. I like the history of it all. It's their strike 2. The Creekside now, they got to beat Nease to get to 12. As there's one back up the middle. Sean Ashenfelder to Martineau for out number 3. And that will end the inning. Heading into the bottom of the 4th. Creekside 5, Nease nothing.
Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. They are one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies with access to over 50 carriers. They can insure your home, auto, boat, RV, motorcycle, jewelry, and small business. They also do flood insurance, life insurance, and much more. Let Brandon and his team shop the market to find you the best policy for the best price. If your current agent or 1-800 number aren't giving you the service you need, call Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text at 904-297-7970 or email brandon.baselli@brightway.com, or just come up to him at any Creekside baseball game. Let Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, be the home of all your property and casualty insurance needs.
Welcome back, bottom of the 4th inning here. Creekside with a 5-0 lead over the Nease Panthers. And we were talking a little bit about the milestones before the break here that they're hitting with this win streak. And fun fact, this JV team, a lot of these guys, when they were on JV their sophomore years, they opened up the season with, 2 years ago, with 11 straight wins. And that ended against Bartram Trail. They won one against Bartram and lost one to end the 11-game win streak. And one of the 12 seniors honored on senior night yesterday actually listed that as their favorite memory. With a win today, they could extend that further at the varsity level now. But their next 2 games, Bartram and Bartram. And then to add another challenge on top of that, you got Trinity Christian right after that. And if you can extend the win streak to 15 after beating those teams, you have earned that win streak. They already have, of course, but you have really paid your dues to get to that spot. As Alex Calabro leads things off in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sends one foul. Strike 1. Five nothing our score. Creekside with the lead over the Nease Panthers. Bottom of the 4th inning. 2 strikes on Alex Calabro. And he swings it, strike 3, slips coming out of the batter's box. And the throw down to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Top of the order now up.
Next up for the night, center fielder.
Creekside. Off to a real fast start at the plate. Putting up 5 in the first 2 innings. And then Jake Larson kind of settled in since then. As Kelly rips one just foul down the left field line. 7 down, 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd. Gets a strikeout on 3 pitches to open up the 4th. And a strike on Andrew Kelly. Strike 2. Retired 5 straight Creekside batters. Since giving up those 5 runs. As Larson looks to keep his team in it. And avoid allowing any more runs. One ball, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball on the infield. This is going to be a close play. Gets under the glove of Connor Lewis. Infield single for Andrew Kelly. Kelly's got a ton of speed going down the first base line. I doubt Lewis would have been able to get him there. And I think the anticipation of that play made things really tough on him there at second base. Tried to get the glove up to flip it too soon. Snuck into the back of the infield, front of the right field grass. One out single for Andrew Kelly. Ty Martineau up. He singled in a run in the second and scored as well that inning. Another pickoff move to Kelly. Not in time. Kelly goes. Pitch is high. It's a good throw down. Hopped out in front of him, though. Kelly takes second base. Ball 1 to Martineau, so he's got a runner in scoring position as he did back in the second. Had a single up the middle in the second inning that scored Alex Calabro from third. He's got the speedy Andrew Kelly out on second base now. Trying to make a pickoff move over to the bag, was not in time. Creekside has had a busy last couple weeks. They have played 7 baseball games since Tuesday of last week. Kelly goes. Pitch is popped up foul. Out of play. 2 strikes now on Ty Martineau. Keeping Kelly close on second. He looks him back again. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 gone. Runner on second. 5-0 Creekside leads with 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ty Martineau. Pitch. Back up the middle to short. Glove by Drozen. The throw goes to home. Not in time! Andrew Kelly scores on the ground out from Ty Martineau. 6-0 Creekside. Kelly was going from second to home all the way. As soon as that ball got to the shortstop, King was waving him home. Throw to first, then back home. Not in time to get Andrew Kelly, second RBI of the game for Ty Martineau. Now Sean Aschenfelder to the plate. Aschenfelder 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Now a triple and a home run away from the cycle. Takes a ball low. 2-1 now. 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. 6-0 Creekside with the advantage over Nease. So Aschenfelder takes a pitch in. 3-1. So Aschenfelder halfway to the cycle. Hear me out. He has tripled multiple times this season, and he has a home run. Wind's not really blowing tonight, and there's one into the gap. That might get to the wall. Cut off, however, by Garnecki. The throw to second. Not in time. Second double of the night for Sean Aschenfelder. Now 3 for 3. He's in the scoring position with 2 gone for Carson McFarland.
The designated hitter, number 19, Carson McFarland.
McFarland had a 2-run single in his last at-bat. One thing I find really interesting about McFarland, I was driving with him and his family back and forth from Daytona, and he has got a very competitive mindset. Nothing's ever good enough, which you hear a lot about stories from some of those great athletes, and he really has that mindset. He will have a great game like he did in Daytona, where he's got big-time RBI to help seal the game. He's thinking about his second at-bat where he popped out to second base. And he's angry about that. He wants to do it better next time. Even the game where he homered, drove in a couple runs, I think he went 3 for 4, he was still thinking about that one at-bat. They didn't get on base. He was still, of course, very happy with the result of the game, very happy with the game he had. But I joked with him, I was like, you find anything to be upset about for this one? He was like, my second at-bat. He's like, I'm not really upset about it this time, though. It was a real good game. There's one out to right field. Alex Davis makes the catch for out number 3, but the Knights add one more. They lead 6-0 heading into the 5th on Schlick Sports.
Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. They are one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies with access to over 50 carriers. They can insure your home, auto, boat, RV, motorcycle, jewelry, and small business. They also do flood insurance, life insurance, and much more. Let Brandon and his team shop the market to find you the best policy for the best price. If your current agent or 1-800 number aren't giving you the service you need, call Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text at 904-297-7970 or email brandon.baselli@brightway.com, or just come up to him at any Creekside baseball game. Let Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, be the home of all your property and casualty insurance needs. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Meineke Car Care on Beach Boulevard. Roman Baselli into the game for Creekside in the top of the 5th. Knights with a 6-0 advantage over the Nease Panthers. Final line on Logan Dupre today. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. No runs. He walked 2 while striking out 2.
Alex Davis.
As Roman Baselli enters the game, numbers on the junior this season. He has been fantastic out on the mound. 3-0 record. ERA still at 0 in 15 innings of work. He struck out 16 while walking 3. He's got Davis, Larson, Lewis due up in the 5th. Nease, after surrendering another run in the bottom of the 4th, they need something, trailing by 6. Ezra Shields lays out, makes a fantastic diving grab and left to open up the inning. How about that? That looked like a routine base hit to left field, easy single, but Shields came in.
This is the pitcher, number 5.
Full dive,
Larson.
makes the catch for out number 1. Jake Larson to the plate now. He struck out and walked so far in this one. One-0 pitch is taken for a strike. It's got more action in the pen. I believe that is either Hunter Zimmerman or Matt Bisham getting warm. As Larson takes the ball low, 2-1. Yeah, that's Matthew Bisham. 2 balls and a strike. That pitch way in on Larson. 3-1 now. Here's the pitch. Takes it low and in for ball 4. So with one out, Larson walks. Connor Lewis up to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice. Back in the third inning.
Number 4, Connor Lewis. And into the game on the bases, number 9, Gil Fritz.
You know, with this winning streak, we keep trying to come up with the trap games for Creekside. Well, this is where they're going to let their guard down. It's going to get them. This is going to be it. And this was a game that seemed like Nease is a good team out here. And they got their ace on the mound. It seems like, hey, this might be one where they could get us, realistically. But the bats have been going for Creekside, and 6-0, and the pitching, fantastic as it has been all season. They are cruising through this one into the top of the 5th. So there's a ground ball out to second, double play opportunity. They get one at second, and the throw to first is in time. That duo up the middle, Aschenfelder and Martineau. Double play threats, guys, bowing to them out in the stands. As we head into the bottom of the 5th, our score, Creekside 6, Knights. Creekside 6, Knights lead the Panthers 6-0 heading in to the bottom of the 5th.
Action Sports Jacks on CBS 47, Fox 30, and ESPN 690.
Now
Check
heading
out
into the
a
bottom
new
of the
local
5th.
baseball and softball.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. They specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their new location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall on 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Meineke Car Care on Beach Boulevard. Bottom of the 5th inning, California love playing as Adam Harvey will pinch hit for Elias Hicks.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights.
Knights with a 6-0
Number
advantage
23, Adam Harvey.
as Harvey steps up to the plate. Into the game for Nease, Neil Gornto. Gornto, the sophomore, got a perfect game grade, a 9.5 as Harvey rips one into the gap. That's down for a base hit. Leadoff single is how the Knights will welcome Gornto to this one. Adam Harvey on base, leading off the bottom of the 5th.
Next up for your Knights, the third baseman, number 3, Will Busey.
Is Will Busey back into the game after DJ Corey took his last at-bat. Swings at the first pitch. Fouled off in pursuit, Grady Banton. Won't get to it. Report on Gorsuch. He's got a lively fastball. Sits in the low 90s. Tops out at 93. He's been recorded at 95 before. He's gotten hit around, though, this season. Struggles a little bit with control at times. That's bit him this season. And lost control of that. Pickoff move to first. Down the right field line. Adam Harvey to second base. Into scoring position now for Will Busey at the plate. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. 6-0 Creekside leads. It's 0-1 on Will Busey. They got a runner on second here. Gornto got a fastball, 89 to 93. Curveball that's measured at 75, and a slider that I don't have a recent measurement on, at least on Perfect Game. Fastball over the middle of the plate, swung on and missed, strike 2. Oh, 2 to Will Busey. Here comes. Fastball inside, 1-2. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. 6-0. Creekside with a lead over Nease. 1-2 pitch. Nice slider there. Cuts back into the zone for strike 3. One away. Ezra Shields to the plate.
Now with one down, that brings up your left fielder, number 1, Ezra Shields.
My mom tuned out of the game watching March Madness now as our Hawkeyes are on. I'm not going to lie, I have the game on in front of me so I can follow along with it. Is not interfering with my job performance, I don't think. It does give me an opportunity, however, for a little anecdote to talk about the upsets in March Madness and how I kind of thought it relates to this game, almost like a Arkansas-Kansas situation, 8 seed versus a 1 seed, where the 8 seed's been very hot lately, but like a dangerous team to run up on them, but Creekside instead has responded more like a Houston and Auburn situation. After bases loaded first inning, looked like Nease might give him some problems. Creekside responded by pulling away. 6-0 here, heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 gone, runner on third. Imperial March is playing, and that can only mean one thing. Porter Blanzett coming up to the plate.
Number 7, Porter Blanzett.
That will never get old. Blanzett takes a ball. Numbers on Porter so far this season: 2 for 9, driven in 2 runs, stolen a couple bases out there. He's got a runner in Adam Harvey on third base. That one back up the middle. Jerosa Fields throws to first in time for out number 3. Knights get a leadoff single from Adam Harvey. They can't get him home, though. Heading into the 6th, they lead 6-0 over the Nease Panthers.
Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. They are one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies with access to over 50 carriers. They can insure your home, auto, boat, RV, motorcycle, jewelry, and small business. They also do flood insurance, life insurance, and much more. Let Brandon and his team shop the market to find you the best policy for the best price. If your current agent or 1-800 number aren't giving you the service you need, call Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text at 904-297-7970 or email brandon.baselli@brightway.com, or just come up to him at any Creekside baseball game. Let Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, be the home of all your property and casualty insurance needs. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their new location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall on 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Top of the 6th inning, time now for pitching change, brought to you by Meineke Car Care on Beach Boulevard. Getting some work this week for the first time. Matthew Bysham out to the mound. Numbers on Matt this year. He has been incredible. Freshman season, just 14 years old still, out on the mound. And he is blowing these guys away. 14 innings pitched, 1-0 record, ERA at 2, struck out 21 batters to just 1 walk. Again, in 14 innings pitched. He has been incredible out on the mound. Just trying to get some work in before the games against Bartram. So there was some nasty movement on that pitch there. Swung on and missed, strike 3, 1 up, 1 down. That's how this inning starts. Creekside leads Nease 6-0 at the top of the 6th inning. Scouting report on Bysham. Mid-80s fastball. Got a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer, a changeup, and a slider. Misses on the fastball there. Trying to see if this focus is better with autofocus. Nope, I get a great view of the chain link fence. That one fouled off. You never know with autofocus. It either, it'll give you a better picture if it focuses on the player out there through this fence, or it will do quite the opposite and give you a great view of these chains. The manual focus I have on quite a ways, but it still doesn't, completely get the full picture. The 1-2 over to first, 2 up, 2 down, both on strikes.
Now with 2 away, that brings up the center fielder number 17, Jason Garnecki.
Jackson Garnecki to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. After the first 2 men down on strikes to start the inning. He gets hit by a pitch. Runner on first with 2 gone.
That'll bring up
Matthew
your first
Rocco
baseman, number 16, Matthew
on his way up
Rocco.
to the plate. The thing I found interesting about Matt Bysham, I heard a lot about this kid.
Number three.
As pinch hitting Maddox Spencer.
Panthers, number 3, Maddox Spencer.
Mentioned the 2 sports stars earlier. We'll get back to Matt Bysham in a bit because we're going to talk about Maddox Spencer here. Takes a strike. Spencer, not only a real good baseball player, the sophomore led the football team in receiving this year with 713 yards and 6 touchdowns. The top target for now West Florida quarterback Marcus Stokes. Runner goes with 2 gone, the 0-1 pitch fouled away. 0-2 on him now. Anyways, back to Bysham. I came here, caught a few practices before the season got started, and I was like, is there someone who's kind of stood out to you, someone, up-and-comer that we didn't see last year? And every answer I got, Matthew Bysham. This kid can play. He is a real good pitcher is what I heard, and he is not disappointed. Having a special freshman season. So he's got 2 strikes on Maddox Spencer. 0-2 pitch. Fought off. We'll do it again. I feel like the thing with Bysham, what I've noticed, is he definitely seems better out of the full windup than the stretch. Gets into a little bit of trouble at times with runners on base. Ground ball to first, fielded by Hicks. Steps on the bag for out number 3. Nat Bisham comes in here, gets the job done. Scoreless, top half of the 6th. Heading into the bottom of the inning, Creekside with a 6-0 lead. Looking to add a run or two maybe before the 7th on Schlick Sports.
For all your mortgage needs, contact Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, 10-time buyer, need down payment assistance, or are looking to invest in real estate, give Troy a call at 904-217-9489. Bank of England Mortgage is the top mortgage lender here in Northeast Florida that can help you with your home purchase or refinance needs. FHA, VA, conventional, and jumbo loans are just a few of the things Troy Silhan and Bank of England Mortgage can help you with. Give Troy a call today, 904-217-9489. Bank of England Mortgage. It's more than loans, it's people. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their new location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall on 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Creekside vibing out here in the bottom of the 6th. 6-0, enjoying a comfortable lead over the Nease Panthers. Jackson Palmer pinch hitting for Alex Calabro in the bottom of the 6th. As he faces Neil Gornto, the sophomore on the mound, gets a strike past Palmer. It's been a real impressive game from the Creekside Knights against a Nease team. They are blowing them out at home. Nice little tone setter heading into a tough 2 games next week with Bartram Trail. Arch rivals got them twice last year. Something you don't see often in the Battle of Longleaf is a series sweep. They did exactly that last season. Knights looking to turn the tides as Jackson Palmer goes opposite field for his first hit of the season. JP on base to lead off the inning. And now Jackson Kane to the plate.
Now into the game for the Creekside Knights. Number 14, Jackson Kane.
Takes a swing at a fastball there. Jackson's father's name is Rick. He does the PA here. And his name is actually Rick, I believe, correct? But he goes by Jackson. However, every time I hear his teammates talk to him, they call him Rick. Someone just yelled out from the dugout, "Come on, Rick." His first name's Richard. Middle name is Jackson. And there is your little personal nugget on Jackson Kane. Or should I say, Richard Kane. Numbers on him this season, he's 1 for 4 with 2 walks. 2-strike count here. The pitch gets to the backstop. Palmer will round second, stay put there. 1-2 count on Jackson Kane. He's got a runner into scoring position now with 1 away. With nobody out, excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter Zimmerman on deck. Line drive into the right center field gap. That should score Palmer. He rounds third. Head into the plate. He is in. 7-0. Creekside. Jackson Kane gives Creekside a little insurance.
Now into the game.
Now Hunter Zimmerman to the plate.
Number 18, Hunter Zimmerman.
0 for 2 in his first varsity start at catcher yesterday. Congrats to Jackson Kane. First varsity RBI. See, celebrate. Oh, thought he was in at second base. He called him out. I was about to say celebrates by stealing second base, but called him out there and looked to be a bit of a questionable call as well. There's 1 strike on Hunter Zimmerman. Takes a look at strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. In the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tell you, there are some beautiful sunsets here at Creekside High School. You got the nice... I'm not exactly sure. I've lived in Florida for 3 years. My house is surrounded by these trees. They're all over the place. I don't know what these trees are called.
Longleaf pines.
Longleaf pines. That explain the name of the road. Alright, so these longleaf pines, they outline the school. You can see there's just a row of them right there between us and now Stillwater Golf Course. That wasn't here 2 years ago. But it's a beautiful... The sun sets over behind... between, like, behind first base and home plate. That side of the field is dropped third strike, throw to first in time, 2 gone. Sean Ashenfelder to the plate
And
now.
now with 2 away, that brings up your shortstop, number 20, Sean Ashenfelder.
But the sun sets over the pines, and there are some beautiful sunsets here. You can see it over the football field. Friday Night Lights gets really, like, the pregame view is top-notch. Can always count on a good Battle of the Sunset submission to Brent Martineau. Oh, 1. That hit him. Looked like it got him in the heel there. Looks to be good, though. Carson McFarland to the plate.
Next up for the Knights, tonight's DH, number 19, Carson McFarland.
2 gone, runner on first. McFarland in this one, 1 for 2, flew out. RBI single back in the second. Was also hit by a pitch. Bounces 1 to third here. Throw across the diamond in time for out number 3. Creekside adds a run, though, in the bottom of the 6th, courtesy of an RBI single from Jackson Kane. Heading into the 7th, Knights with a 7-run advantage. Looking to close this one out against the Panthers.
Flashes and Brilliance is St. Augustine's most trusted gold buying company. Been in business for over 15 years, they buy gold, silver, rare coins, fine watches, and more. It's no secret, people need cash right now. If you had old treasure, random antique coins, just taking up space, you might not have any idea how much it's worth, or where to begin. They are mobile and come to the client. The easy answer is to make an appointment with Steph and John Robinson. Hands down the best way to get cash for what you want. Reach out to the team at Flashes and Brilliance on Facebook or call them at 904-540-7617. Book your complimentary appointment today. It's easy, it's safe, and it will get you the best rate for your items.
Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Meineke Car Care on Beach Boulevard. Into the game, Michael Bysham. Fun fact about Michael, every single game he's pitched this year, his brother Matthew has also pitched in. got the win last week in Daytona, as well as the walk-off single. Had quite the week there. In a few appearances now, he's gone 5 2/3. Got a 1-0 record. Hasn't given up a run. 11 strikeouts to 3 walks. Recorded 2 saves this year. He gets ready to face 7-8-9 Hayden Eckert. First man to meet him in the top of the 7th inning. 7-0. Creekside leads Nease. Eckert in this one 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Takes a ball there. Michael, a sophomore, became the first brothers to pitch in the same season with his brother Matt since the Walton twins a couple years ago. That was a strike past Eckert, 1-1. The Knights can finish this one off. Good curveball there, just outside, 2-1. They would have the 3rd longest win streak standalone in school history at 12. They had advanced to 13-1 on the season and have a lot of momentum heading into their matchup, the Battle of Longleaf Pine, next week with Bartram Trail. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Eckert. Grounded to first. Elias Hicks goes through his legs. That was an exact replica of the Bill Buckner play that is so famous and lives in the hearts of Red Sox fans, like it or not. But that was literally that exact play right there. Base hit for Eckert. So Eckert reaches on the air. Yeah, that was a bouncer over to first, just poked under the glove of Hicks, and just slow dribble about 15 more feet right next to the foul line in right field. One out. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Runner on first with nobody gone. Top of the 7th. Creekside leads 7-0 over the Nease Panthers. Looking to finish this one out with a shutout. Gil Fritz at the plate. Got a 1-2 count on him. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bisham set. The pitch is a curveball outside. McFarland, who's behind the plate, threw down to first. It was not in time. Full count. Three-two. That hit him right on the wrist, too. That couldn't have felt good. Or no, they called it a foul ball. And Fritz saying, hey, that hit me in the wrist, dude. Third base coach coming in, arguing the same thing. I thought it hit him in the wrist. It looked as if it hit him in the wrist. The umps will chat it over. I mean, I doubt they changed the call. And they do award him first base. And I believe that was the right call as well. It looked like it pretty clearly hit him on the wrist. 1-2. Excuse me, runners on first and second. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Creekside leads 7-0 over Nease.
Number 18, Elijah Carrico.
As Elijah Carrico will pinch hit for Alex Davis. Down by 7 in the 7th inning. Final 3 outs of the game. Nease trying to put a rally together. As Carrico takes a strike from Bisham. Michael, in his last outing, pitched 3 extra innings, holding a tough Sandalwood lineup scoreless. Ended up hitting the walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th. Big day for him and his brother out there. He's now got 2 on, back home at Creekside, looking to avoid surrendering his first run of the year. 0-2. McFarland throws down to second. He's back safely. Pitch was called a ball, 1-2. One-two pitch from Michael Bisham. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 gone in the 7th. Back to the top of the order now for Nease. Jake Larson walks up to the plate. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Creekside leads 7-0. Creekside looks like they got Jackson Harding up in the pen. Case. You need to get Bisham out of here. Don't want this one getting away from him in the 7th. After the first man reached on an error and the second batter was hit by a pitch. Bisham responded nicely there, getting a strikeout. It's 0-1. Pitch to Larson. Curveball in the dirt. Time immediately called by Chris King. He runs out to the mound. And he just wants to talk to Michael Bisham. That's interesting. That was odd. Two on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count on Jake Larson. Fouls that one off. 7-0 is our score if you're just joining us. Creekside looking to close this one down for their 12th straight win in the top of the 7th inning. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Back up the middle, off the glove. It's a diving stop from Martineau. Glove toss to Aschenfelder. Came off the bag. He's safe at second base. Martineau has made some really good plays with the glove out there. Had a big-time double play to end the game with Bowles. Had a few impressive plays out there at second base.
Now batting for Nease, number 13, Brody Hausner.
Brody Hausner will pinch hit here. Nease trying to come back. They've got it started. Bases loaded. Still no runs in. Down by 7. But with 1 out, starting to give themselves a chance. One 0. Swinging strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now. You drive a couple runs in here, you get next man to the plate. Couple base hits would really make this interesting.
That was the first hit since the first inning.
And as Rick Kane pointed out Next to me if you couldn't hear that. That was Nease's first hit since the first inning. Shields calls for it out and left. Makes the catch. 2 away in the 7th. Nease down to their final out. John Jarosa to the plate.
Next up for the Panthers is the shortstop, number 14, John Jarosa.
Nease loads the bases here in the 7th, down 7-0. There's 2 gone as Michael Bysham looks to close this game out. First pitch to Jarosa. Off-speed pitch in for a strike. Oh and 1. Jarosa, 1 for 3 today with a single. Recorded 1 of 3 hits in this game for Nease. After the foul ball, the Panthers find themselves down to their final strike. Bysham set. Here comes the 0-2. Outside, that's going to get to the backstop and score a run. Hayden Eckhart will score the first run of the game for Nease, but it may come a little too late. As it's 7-1 now. Top of the 7th inning, 2 gone. 1-2 count on Jarosa. Another fastball outside. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count on John Jarosa. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. Full count. Can Bysham finish this one here? The 3-2. Up and in, ball 4. Let that one get away from him. It was 0-2. Now Jarosa on. Grady Banton to the plate.
Next up for Nease, the third baseman, number 15, Grady Banton.
He's 1 for 3. Single back in the first. And after that hit, Nease went 5 innings without recording a hit. First pitch, low and away. One 0. Here comes. Popped up on the infield. This should do it. Calling for it is Ashenfelder. It drops. He lost it in the lights. Ball gets down. And that scores another run. 7-2 now.
Now batting for Nease, number 17, Jackson Garnecki.
And just like that, tying run on deck. And you know what they say, bloop and a blast. Get a bloop single here. Brings the tying run to the plate. Blast ties the game up. There is 2 gone. 0-1 on Jackson Garnecki. He's 0 for 1 today. Reached on a walk and a hit by pitch. Really, Bysham should have 4 outs out there by now. The first hitter of the inning. Ball went through Hicks's legs at first, and then right there, pop up on the infield. Ashenfelder lost it. Now 7-3. Another run will score on the wild pitch. Bisham set. The pitch. That one's skied. Foul ground. Will Busey in pursuit. Working towards the fence. He makes the play. Or no, did he drop it? He dropped it. In and out of the glove. 2 strikes now. And Creekside cannot find a way to end this ball game. 2-2 count. This is a very clean and dominant ball game from Creekside until the 7th inning. That pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. May not have been pretty in the end, but Creekside gets their 12th straight win and advance to 13-1 on the season, heading into next week against Bartram Trail. Our final, Creekside 7, Nease 3. I'll see you next Thursday here on Schlick Sports or out here at Creekside High School. But for now, I'm Noah Schlick signing off. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you next time here